Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Izaz Nazim bin J.Henipa. So today I will be present about the insect in oil palm plantation, which is bagworms or Mahasena corbetti. And now we move to the introduction part. Firstly, oil palm or Aloes guineensis is one of the most important crops in this region, but it's also highly vulnerable to pests, especially those that eat leaf. One of the most damaging pests is the bagworm. These pests feed on the leaf and their attack can cause serious defoliation, which reduce the palm oil ability to do the photosynthesis. That's why this topic is important. A severe bagworm infestation can lead to up to 40% loss in fresh fruit bunch. So, understanding the pest life cycle and how to control it's very important for keeping plantation productive and sustainable. And now, let's take a closer look at the bagworm itself. The scientific name of the bagworm commonly found in oil palm plantation, it is Mahasena corbetti. It belongs to the Lepidoptera family, which is the same family as butterflies and moths. Bagworms are unique because the larvae create protective bags using pieces of leaf and silk. These bags helps them hide from predators and make them hard to detect. The female bagworm stays inside the bag for her whole life. She doesn't have wings and doesn't move around, but the male will eventually turn into a small brown moth and fly out to find a mate. They might small and harmless, but their feeding activity can cause serious damage to oil palm leaves. When the bagworm feed on oil palm leaves, they cause several types of visible damage. First, the leaf will turn brown dry and look skeletonized. This happens because the larvae eat the soft part of the leaf and only the veins are left. This leaf cannot function properly anymore and eventually fall off. Secondly, the larvae feed on the leaf surface, especially from the underside. As more leaves are eaten, the tree begins to lose its leaf cover. This process is called defoliation. The more leaf they damage, the less energy the tree can produce. Lastly, this leads to a bigger problem. It reduces photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is how the tree produces food using sunlight. So if the leaves are damaged, the palm tree cannot absorb enough sunlight and this causes a drop in oil yield. If no action is taken, the damage can get worse over time and severely affect the productivity of the plantation. Okay, now let's identify exactly where to look for bagworm in our plantation. Knowing their preferred locations makes monitoring and detection much more effective. Bagworms are commonly found in oil palm plantation, especially when trees are grown close together with lots of leaf area for feeding. They particularly favor areas with dense tree spacing because this gives them easy access to move between trees. You will typically find them on the underside of fronds. The larvae prefer to stay under the palm leaf where it's more humid and protected from sunlight and rain. This hidden location makes early detection challenging during routine inspection. Look for the characteristic bags attached to leaf or stems. You can see these small bags hanging from leaf or small branches. These bags act as their portable homes and are made from leaf bits and silk. The bags are often camouflage and blend in with the natural plant material, making them difficult to spot. When conducting inspections, always check the underside of fronds, especially on trees that are close together. Focus your attention on areas with dense foliage where bagworms are most likely to establish themselves and multiply. Okay, now let's talk about bagworm activity pattern. Bagworms are active all year round in tropical areas like Malaysia and Indonesia. Unlike pests in temperate climates, they don't have a specific season because our tropical environment supports their growth continuously. This means plantation managers must stay vigilant throughout the entire year. However, infestation usually become more severe during the dry season. Why? Because during the dry weather, natural enemies like birds, parasitoids, and fungi become less active. These natural predators normally help control bagworm population, but dry conditions help bagworm survive longer without these natural controls. Here's the critical point. Bagworm have a very short life cycle of just 6 to 8 weeks. This means repeats multiplication can occur if population are not controlled quickly. A single generation takes about 6 to 8 weeks to complete. So, if we miss early detection, population can explode exponentially. Okay, moving to the next slide, let's understand what draws bagworm to our plantation. So, firstly, bagworm are attracted to areas with abundant leaf area or dense foliage. They feed on soft leaf tissue, so lush leaf tree of or oil palm trees provide them with plenty of food and protection. The denser the foliage, the more attractive it becomes to bagworms. Second, pure field hygiene creates ideal condition for bagworm. When plantations are not properly pruned or cleaned, fallen leaf and overgrown fronds create excellent shelter for bagworm to breed and hide. This pure maintenance gives them perfect breeding grounds. Thirdly, bagworm actually thrive during dry and hot conditions. While we might think dry weather would harm them, it's actually when moisture-loving predators are less active. Dry spells help their eggs and larvae survive longer because their natural enemy are weakened. Okay, so for now, let's examine how bagworm infestation develop and what we can do to control them effectively. Regarding infestation patterns, larvae feed directly on oil palm leaf, causing visible defoliation. The bags are cleverly camouflaged, making early detection very difficult during routine field inspection. They spread through multiple ways by wind, tools, and movement to nearby trees with rapid multiplication occurring every 6 to 8 weeks. Small population can quickly become major infestation. For effective mitigation, we need a multi-pronged approach. Manual removal of bags during the early stage is highly effective when population are still small. Biological control using parasitoid wasp, particularly a pentless, provide natural, sustainable control without environment damage. Apply selective pesticides only when absolutely needed. This prevent resistance development and protect beneficial insects. Most importantly, maintain good field hygiene by pruning and cleaning regularly. This removes breeding sites and makes the environment less attractive to bagworm. The key is early intervention combined with integrated pest management practice for long-term success. Okay, now we move to the last part, which is the conclusion. To wrap up, let's go over the key points about managing bagworms in oil palm plantation. Bagworm are serious pests, especially in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia. They damage the leaf badly, which affect photosynthesis and can reduce palm oil yield by up to 40%. They are hard to spot early because their backs looks like part of the tree. Things like ticks, leaf, dirty field, and dry weather, which reduce natural enemies, makes the problem worse. The best way to control them is by using integrated pest management. This means combining different methods such as removing them by hand early on, using natural enemies, spraying only when needed, and checking the field often. By using this mix of methods and keeping the field clean, we can manage bagworms better and protect our oil palm trees. So, thank you for listening. Let's all work together to keep our plantation healthy.